This is Shabarimala, an abode of peace and tranquility, protected by 18 hills, evergreen rainforest, and wild animals. Deep inside this forest, life assumes another shade of meaning. It gets in touch with its creator. Every breath resonates the hymn of life. Silences become eloquent than ever. Shabarimala is where you rediscover yourself and realize the divine presence within yourself. The soul of Indian spirituality is in the journey to find the inner divinity, the search for the moment of revelation, when the pilgrim becomes one with the God, as captured in the Chandogya Upanishad Sukta Tattvamasi, or You Are That, which means the self in its original, pure, primordial state is wholly or partially identifiable or identical with the ultimate reality that is the ground and origin of all phenomena. This is precisely what makes Shabarimala pilgrimage special and unique. Shabarimala is not a place. It is an experience. This is not a pilgrimage. This is a journey that defines you. Shabarimala is an experience that reveals the real you within you. So, what makes Shabarimala different from all other pilgrim spots? To begin with, this is one of the centers that celebrate equality of men. There is no differentiation between anyone trekking the verdant Shabari hills. Nothing at all. No religion, no caste, no color, no language, nothing. Secondly, every pilgrim coming to Shabarimala should undergo a 41-day penance, which demands complete abstention from worldly pleasures. They abstain even from clipping nails or hair or even using footwear. Days are spent in prayers and totally devoted to the Lord. In other words, those preparing to trek Shabari hills will go through a period of absolute ascetic life. This window of ascetic or yogic life within Grihasthashram or the domestic life is the essential first step in one's search for inner divinity. And by the time the pilgrim starts the journey, he would have become Ayyappa, the Lord himself. This is how Shabarimala pilgrimage becomes unique. The alluring charm of Shabari Hills bring in more than 100 million pilgrims every year to this temple, situated 1,535 feet above sea level, making it one of the largest annual pilgrimages in the world. But it is not something that the delicate ecosystem of Shabari Hills can handle. Even if one of the 1.5 million pilgrims leaves just 500 grams of garbage behind, it is estimated that 125 tons of garbage will be generated every day. The total volume of garbage generated during the 65-day peak season would defy common logic. When this big a crowd congregate at so small an area, that too a delicate rainforest, within such a short period, critical issues of hygiene and sanitation are natural to follow. The situation is made even worse as it is near impossible to remove the garbage since mechanized transport is restricted at Shabarimala, which is a part of the Periyar Tiger Reserve. This often leads to irreparable damage to the flora and fauna of the rainforest. The situation of Shabarimala has been pushed to its extremes until now, but cannot do it for long. Something has to be done, and it has to be done now.
Tattvamasi is the very basis of Shabarimala philosophy. And there will be an announcement also that whom you are in search of, that you are. That is the proclamation that is being done in Shabarimala. But that is the philosophy. Whom you are in search of. I am in search of Lord Ayyappa that resides within you. So Shabarimala pilgrimage is nothing but to explore the divinity within each and every devotee. But what I have found that is a lot of difference between the philosophy and the practice which could be seen there. If a person who has explored divinity within him, if he has reached to the level of Lord Ayyappa, should there be a difference in his behavior compared to an ordinary person? Don't he become a more responsible person? I found that very often this is not happening. This is very well visible in their behavior, especially with respect to the cleanness and the piling of garbage.
When the Punyam Poonkavanam project was thought of, Shabarimala was on the brink. The stress was visible at every point. Every season left mountains of garbage behind. Every year, extensive programs were held to clean up the area, but the garbage returned. A study done by the Kerala State Pollution Control Board showed that the count of coliform bacteria in River Pamba reaches up to the level of 3 lakhs per 100 milliliter due to open defecation, discharge of raw sewage, domestic waste and commercial waste during the Shabarimala pilgrim season spread over 65 days. The impact on wildlife is even worse. The viscera examination of dead elephants spotted in the area showed alarming presence of plastic, including bottles, in their intestines. In a recent example, an elephant was found dead in the first week of November 2015. An examination showed the cause of death as consumption of plastic. In another indicator of the grave situation, 4.7 kilograms of plastic was found inside a samba deer, found dead near Sannidhanam in December 2015. So it dawned on those associated with the Shabarimala that something else needed to be tried out. The flow had to be stopped at the source, even while keeping up the tempo of cleaning drive at project area. Along with that, Punyam Poonkavanam brought in another unique thought. The core principle of Shabarimala is that of Tattvamasi, or the belief the God resides within the pilgrim. Every pilgrim coming to Shabarimala is an Ayyappa, a manifestation of Lord himself. How can an Ayyappa dirty the Lord's own grove? Or even worse, how can an Ayyappa expect another Ayyappa to clean up his waste? How can an Ayyappa kill life so dear to the Lord? And if an Ayyappa does all these, will he achieve the real purpose of his pilgrimage?
ഓരോരുത്തരും ശരീരം മാത്രം ശുദ്ധമാക്കിയാൽ പോരാ, പരിസരവും ഒന്നുകൂടി നമ്മൾ ആലോചിക്കണം, ഓർക്കണം. എന്നാലാണ് അത് കൂടുതൽ ശുദ്ധത. പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് നമ്മൾ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്ന പ്ലാസ്റ്റിക് അല്ലെങ്കിലും ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്ന വസ്ത്രങ്ങൾ, ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്ന മറ്റ് എന്തെങ്കിലും ചെറിയ കാര്യങ്ങളാണെങ്കിൽ പോലും ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു ബാഗിനകത്തോ അവരവരായിട്ട് തന്നെ അത് സൂക്ഷിച്ച് ഏതെങ്കിലും തരത്തിൽ ഡസ്റ്റ്ബിന്നുകൾ വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടാവാം, അതിലിടുക.
Many hours of intense debate and discussions followed before the core ideals of the Punyam Poonkavanam project was distilled to 7 sacred deeds or Sapta Karma. Sapta Karmas mooted by Punyam Poonkavanam as part of the conscious and responsible pilgrimage are: every Ayyappa should ensure that he brings no object, especially plastic, that will have an adverse impact on the delicate environment of the sacred grove. Take back all garbage and refuse that is generated at the end of the pilgrimage rather than dumping it at Shabarimala. All Ayyappas reaching Shabarimala should engage in at least 1 hour of cleaning drive at Pamba or Sannidhanam on a voluntary basis. Preserve the sanctity of River Pamba. Do not use soap or oil while bathing in Pamba or leave old dress in the river on the way back. Keep the toilets clean and under no circumstances relieve yourself in the open. Every Ayyappa has equal right to reach the temple, so respect it and keep order while queuing for darshan. Every Ayyappa should leave seeds of virtue behind and not his garbage. Seven simple steps that could liberate Ayyappa's sacred grove from the burden of garbage and environmentally harmful waste material. Punyam Poonkavanam.